Hey credit heroes! 20 years ago, the only thing I knew about debt was that I was in it over my head. But I dug myself out, and now I've helped thousands of businesses scale up. Today I'm going to dive into the different kinds of debt and how you can turn it from a burden into a tool for success. So you better stick around.
My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets.
In the 20 years since releasing my first credit repair software, I've helped thousands of businesses scale from the ground up. I experienced many of the same challenges that credit heroes face, and I learned proven ways to overcome them and succeed. And one major struggle people face is debt. Whether it's credit cards, student loans, car loans, or mortgages, debt is a reality for most people. And it can be really scary when it gets out of hand. I've been there. I had to dig myself out of nearly $200,000 in credit card debt, but I made it through. But here's the thing, debt isn't always a bad thing. When managed correctly, it can be a great tool that helps you to achieve things like getting a college degree or buying a house or building a business. But I'll tell you this, if you don't understand debt and how to manage it, it will only hurt your credit. It would be awesome if we lived in a world where having absolutely no debt was possible, but that isn't the reality for most people. I mean, have you seen the house prices lately? Debt is a huge part of the credit repair equation, so you have to understand the different kinds of debt, how to manage them, and how they impact your credit score. It is critical for your financial success. Here's the thing to remember. Some people talk about good debt and bad debt. But that's not really accurate. Bad debt is any kind of debt that gets out of control and that you can never pay back. It's true that some debt is riskier than others or comes with steeper fees and conditions. But some debt can help you increase your income or grow in value. Not all debt is created equal. There are different kinds of debt, and each debt impacts your credit score in different ways. First up is secured debt. This is like the responsible older sibling of the debt world. It's backed by collateral. Think mortgages or auto loans. Lenders love it because it's less risky for them, which often means lower interest rates for you. Handle this type of debt well and your credit score will thank you. It shows that you can manage big long-term commitments. But be careful, because if you slip up on the payments, you're not just risking your credit score, but you could also lose that house or car that you put up as collateral. Next, let's talk about unsecured debt. These loans aren't backed by any collateral, so lenders rely on your credit worthiness when deciding whether to approve you. And there's usually a higher interest rate. Credit cards and personal loans fall into this category. Unsecured debt can be great for your credit mix, but it's a double-edged sword. Manage it well and your score will grow. But mismanage it and watch out. Your credit score could take a nosedive. Now let's break it down another way. Revolving debt, like credit cards, is flexible. You can keep borrowing up to your limit without reapplying. It's convenient, but it requires discipline. Your credit utilization ratio is crucial here, and it can impact your scores quickly for better or worse. Installment debt, on the other hand, is more structured. You borrow a fixed amount and you pay it back in regular installments like mortgages, auto loans, or personal loans. This type of debt looks great on your credit report if you're consistent with your payments. It shows that you can handle long-term financial commitments. Remember, no matter what type of debt you're dealing with, the golden rules remain the same. Make your payments on time, every time, and don't bite off more than you can chew. Here's why this is important. Debt impacts your life in a ton of ways. It can cause stress and anxiety. It can hold you back from reaching your financial goals, and it impacts your credit in two key ways. Number one, debt impacts your credit utilization ratio. Credit utilization, or how much of your available credit you are using, is a huge factor in your credit score. It accounts for 30% of your total credit score. Yikes! So if you've got a lot of debt, your utilization is going to be higher and your credit score might drop. So you really want to keep your total utilization under 30% if you can. High utilization sends a message that you might be overextended, and that makes lenders nervous. Number 2, debt affects your payment history. Whether you've made on-time payments or not makes up 35% of your credit score. Lenders want to see your ability to make on-time payments and repay the debt. If you're making consistent payments every month, that can really boost your score. But be careful, even one single late payment can drop your score by 100 points or more. So remember, consistency is key. The thing that helped me with this was setting up automatic payments. And you should do the same. It's very easy to set up automatic payments at each account's website. If you want to learn more about what goes into your credit score or how you can improve it, check out my brand new Start Repairing Credit Challenge. It's a totally free 5-day training packed with credit repair tips and a supportive, clear 30-day action plan. Sign up now at startrepairingcredit.com. Okay, here's what you need to know. Once you've got a good idea of what kinds of debt you have, here are a few important things to do. If you've got a bunch of debt, focus on paying down the highest interest lines first. Credit cards and payday loans are the usual suspects. This will help reduce the amount of money you're paying in interest, and as your balances decrease, your credit utilization will improve, boosting your credit score. The most important thing is that you avoid late payments at all costs. I know sometimes crazy things happen and you miss a payment, but you really want to try to avoid this one. Late payments stay on your credit report for up to 7 years and they drag down your credit score. Plus, missing a payment puts you at risk for additional fees or higher interest. And be careful with new debt. It might be tempting to use a credit card or a loan to pay off another debt, but be really careful with this. Think long and hard about adding new debt and make sure it helps you to reach your long-term financial goals. And finally, make sure the debt on your credit report is actually yours. Mistakes and errors are very common on credit reports, and the amount owed or the creditor might be reported wrong. Before you can begin to manage this debt, you need to make sure that the debt actually belongs to you by sending the right letter to the credit bureau. Remember, if they can't prove it, they must remove it. And you can download a copy of the letter for free at creditrepaircloud.com/dispute-letters/debt-validation. That's a long link. I'm going to put the link down there in the show notes as well. And here's my final point. Your relationship with debt is a marathon, not a sprint. Staying consistent and informed is the best way to build a better credit future for yourself and for your clients. Understand the tools you've got and use them wisely. And I'll end by saying, if you want to learn how to pay your credit card bills strategically to boost your credit score, tune in here. And if you'd like to improve your credit score and discover how to earn extra income repairing credit for others, check out my brand new Start Repairing Credit Challenge. Doors are closing soon, and it is completely free. So sign up right now at startrepairingcredit.com and keep changing lives.